I think it's right and fair that we continue to refer to CTV as one of the rising stars of the European media landscape. We've seen year-on-year double-digit growth since the pandemic and expect to see that continue for the next 3 to 5 years. Some sources are attributing a $41 billion forecast to the EU5 landscape, and there are a number of contributing factors to that, one being the constantly evolving audiences and the adoption of smart televisions. I think we're now at an inflection point. I think 70% of EU5 households have acquired and adopted consumption of CTV via a smart device over linear. Second would be the digital capabilities within the large screen. We're still consuming content within the largest screen in the house, but with the same sort of creative capabilities and brand impact, but more digital nuances through insight, measurement and targeting. But also the way that it can be consumed. It's not just video on demand. There is the onset of FAST, which is free ad-supported streaming television. We've talked a lot about it today, but it's contributing a large part to that growth in the CTV landscape. Again, number of reasons for that. One, it's free. We love free. European households are still having to be very considerate around budgets and be cautious perhaps with some of those subscription fees they're paying for SVOD. It's also very much linear-esque. It's stitched together in 12 or 6 hour content, much like a laid-back passive experience like linear TV. So it removes some of that decision fatigue that might be within households around what to watch on a video on demand proposition. It can also be curated for different audiences, whether that be through genre, news, lifestyle, sport, or as a single IP as well. So as I say, ability to target different audiences, potentially niche audiences, and get that full 360 data feedback. Whilst we talk a lot about the US market, we are seeing increasingly that FAST is gaining pace in Europe as a result of that. Predictions say the end of the decade it'll be $1 to $2 billion marketplace. And we're starting to see the premiumization, if that's even a word, of FAST, in that the age of the content is getting younger, and some studios are actually launching new content, even live and sport content. So it's becoming a much larger consideration as part of the whole portfolio of CTV. It's also becoming a larger consideration for our portfolio, our publisher portfolio as well at Rakuten Advertising. We've launched CT Vision Plus, which is effectively our publisher network or publisher collective across the EU5 landscape. We can officially call ourselves an EU5 pan-European CTV sales house now, because that's how we're announced and profiled in the most recent event of the Video Week European TV Guide. So it's official. It's not all rainbows and butterflies though in the FAST landscape. There are plenty of well-documented challenges that again have been discussed here today. Easiest to summarize those through transparency and a unified measurement capability, unified currency. If we accept that CTV and FAST sits in that confluence of linear AV budgets and digital programmatic budgets and perhaps even social video, each of them having different nuanced mechanisms of measurement, it's incumbent upon us as a marketplace to find a mechanism, a currency, a measurement standardization that gives reassurance to each of those budget holders that this space, this landscape is creating incrementality in terms of performance and reach to justify spend. It's a large part of what we are looking at in terms of our product portfolio to ensure that we collaborate with the market, with those vendors that are providing that unification and that validation in terms of the incrementality. I think it has to be a collaborative approach, a sort of an open market, an open source solution to solve for each of those challenges to make sure that we have unified standardization. It's a key part of what we're looking at Rakuten Advertising, is to ensure that we do partner up with those vendors to identify solutions, both to provide reassurance and insight for advertisers and brands, but also to reassure and to deliver on behalf of our publishers that we can continue to help them assist and produce high quality FAST channels.